All right, let's hit it.
Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, discretion is advised.
And we know to do that because when Kevin, sometimes Kevin,
He says
your
maybe.
judgment is a little skewed. So
Maybe means definitely.
if I said, do we need parental discretion? And you said maybe, that means earmuffs. Earmuffs. Go to krve.com to find /prank call requests if you want to prank somebody in your life. So what's going on with this
Yes,
one?
and Lindsay did go to krve.com /prank call request, talking about her husband freaking out after the AT&T hack. If you didn't hear about this, AT&T unfortunately was hacked, and I believe 70 plus million people's personal and pertinent information got up on the dark web. So
Where is the dark web, and how do you find the dark web?
We'll go looking for it during this call.
Give
here.
more people idea. I don't want to tell people.
Oh, that's true.
So let's do something where he's getting charged, but where are we going to get the charges from, Lindsay?
OnlyFans
Ooh, okay. And where did we get these charges on?
on his credit card.
All right, and it says here is a Visa. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Social K.
Okay. So let's call this a credit card company and tell him that there's some new charges on here that he may or may not have made here. And then we'll bring in some other characters as well. Here.
Oh.
Rule and Ryan show.
Wow.
There we go.
Earmuffs.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. I'm calling from in regards to the recent AT&T hack. Unfortunately, some of your pertinent information has been posted on the dark web. Have you had any erroneous charges?
Not that I know of, but I think that might be why you're on the call right now.
Yes, sir. Let me confirm a couple things here. Is this Brandon?
Speaking, yes.
Well, we do have someone else who is logging onto your credit card here, and I just want to make sure that a couple of these charges are yours or not. So the first charge here is for somewhere called a porn hub. Did you?
Oh, my gosh.
No, absolutely not. That is not mine.
Let's see. You have no interest in that, I assume. Okay. All right. There's another one here for an OnlyFans. Is this...
Also, no. I definitely did not pay for an OnlyFans account.
Are you sure? I mean, sometimes we get lonely in these long work days.
Yes, I'm definitely sure. I appreciate your projection, but no, that's not me.
Okay, well, let's dig a little bit deeper here and see who exactly did make these charges.
Yeah, that's definitely aren't mine. I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Sir, hold on. Do you know a Richard Hunt?
No, I don't.
Okay. Would you mind if we reached out to him? He has registered a different phone number than yours for these OnlyFans and Pornhub account. It looks like he's trying to take over your credit card. Can you just stay on the line and stay silent for a minute while we call this individual? Maybe you even know him.
I definitely don't, but yeah, if that's going to get to the bottom of this issue, then yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, just stay on the line here, sir. I'm going to dial it up and give him a call here. Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I recorded myself.
Oh, my gosh, Kevin.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. This is Derek calling from calling in regards to an account that you have been utilizing.
Where?
It's an account that you have been using. It actually belongs to another individual.
Oh, y'all cutting me off.
Yes, sir. We cut you off from utilizing that account because you've been going on OnlyFans and let's see what else here. Pornhub.
No, he gave me permission to use it.
No, I did not.
Shh, sir, please, I'll deal with this.
Well, I'm elderly. Maybe I got confused on the numbers and such, but it ain't fair. Y'all cut me off, and now I can't see no boobies or anything.
Sir, okay, I apologize that you can't see that anymore, but you cannot be using someone else's account.
My wife won't let me use her card to do that, and she said I got to figure it out on my own.
And I'm so sorry to hear that, sir. Perhaps you could utilize your own credit card?
No, my credit score is 13, and they kicked me off of Discovery, MasterCard, and Reese's and Diners Edge, and my Chick-fil-A card got canceled as well. And hold on, my wife wants to talk to you.
No, sir, we do not want to talk to your wife.
Hello? Yeah, please quit bothering him about this. It's very embarrassing for us.
Ma'am, would you put him back on the line? I really need to sort this out with him.
Hell no, that's why I told him to find someone else's car. I ain't gonna pay for his booby viewing.
Okay, I need you or him to pay the balance to the individual you stole from.
Can't y'all just give him a free trial? Maybe just show everything but the nips or something like that.
Oh, my
Knocking on my door, and I'm just full of cobwebs. I can't be entertaining such things at my age.
Ma'am, we're not asking you to do that.
What if I sent y'all pictures of my boobies and
No.
we could do an even exchange?
No.
You could make money off of them and
No.
my sweater kittens and give them
No.
a free trial or something like that.
No, ma'am, I'm so sorry. We're going to have to cut off all these accounts, and there will be charges filed.
Can you just ask the person he was using their card to could just please help an elderly woman out and let my husband use his OnlyFans for his booby viewing?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
my gosh. Mr. Brandon?
First off, no. Second off, no. So
Well, you're a bitch and you should be ashamed.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm going to hang up with them. I'm so sorry. Okay. So bottom line is, I hope that satisfies your inquiry here. We have deleted those charges. But if you would be so kind as to perhaps, let an elderly person use your account.
Are you f***ing kidding me? You're from you're supposed to be protecting me here. What the hell?
I am actually kidding you. My name is Special K. I'm from KRBE. This is the Roula and Ryan Show.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta be honest, for a moment there I thought maybe if you want to send some of them pics my way, that old lady, why not?
Lindsay set this up. She said that you've been freaking out about the AT&T hack.
Damn it.
So I have two requests for you. Could you give me a message for your wife?
Listen, I had to turn down booby pics. I better be getting some booby pics in here. All right?
Say these words for me. Say, Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Oh, and Special K pranked himself. People just texted Kevin, like, I just tuned in with Special K pranking himself. That was Special K, who, by the way,
You were
lost
every
a little
voice.
bit of your nasally snottiness there. Somebody said, Special K lost his original drippy
Post-nasal
sound
drip.
because you were trying to correct
Too
Emily
many.
Penny Baker and
confused.
Richard Hunt. That was
I
excellent.
know, listening to it back, I'm like, ooh, I lost my character there.
That is very good. Special K just pranked someone using himself in two other ways on the phone.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That was excellent.
I pre-recorded myself because I knew I'd be having a conversation with myself.
That is excellent.
The show when I used to work at Dallas, Ryan was at the alternative station. I was at the Classic Rock, and the guy, his name was Bo Roberts. He did characters like Barbecue Bob, and he would slow down his voice and talk to himself.
That's right.
He would record that part, and then on live on the show, he would be talking to himself. He's got called Ninja.
You got to
And
remember
all those
what
guys.
you're going to say, too.
Yes.
Like you recorded that. Gosh, what did I say? Am I going to set myself up right for this?
That
Or
was a lot of
that's stupid?
concentration, Kevin.
Yeah, that was well done.
That was very good.
Multifaceted. My hands are sweating so hard. right now.
I bet. Bravo, Special K. Now go to krve.com/prank call requests if you'd like to prank someone in your life. And I have to say, most involved prank call to date, though. That's nice.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next. If you have a story that sounds unbelievable. If you have a story that sounds unbelievable, but it's true, we want to hear from you, whether it happened to you or someone you know. 713-390-KRBE. Believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Last week, I was a little disappointed.
Oh, I know,
It was a
you
weird
7
Friday.
o'clockers.
It was Good Friday.
No,
Was
that
it?
2 weeks ago?
No. No,
So
that
then
was...
why was it? I don't know what happened
Last Friday
No,
was
2
weird.
weeks ago because Madonna was here on Good Friday.
Yeah, the 7 o'clockers did not
There
bring
was
it.
something
so-
last week. It was weird.
The challenge is out right now, 713-390-KRBE.
We're doing a
we
mulligan
may
for
have
the
to take it away
7
if you can't,
Yeah.
We'll push it
can't
to
bring
8 next week if y'all don't bring us the story.
Yeah,
Because we know the 8 o'clockers won't disappoint us.
So come on, 720. You can do
And
this.
you know, some of the best stories have come from this. There is a kid in the car right now with their parents saying, Mom, you should call in and say XYZ story. Some of the best stories come because your kids told us to call about something you didn't think was unbelievable, but it's true. Believe it or not, next on The Roula and Ryan Show. 4.1 KRBE. You give us a call at 713-390-KRBE. It's 5723. And you tell us a story that sounds unbelievable, but it's true. We've had a lot of calls over the years that have really thrown us. I mean, some made us cry. Some freaked us out. Some were like, no way.
Some we didn't believe.
Impossible.
Want to call the police?
Some you're like, oh, I'm not sure about that one.
Hey, phones are full. I
Yeah,
like it.
Andy's got one. Let's start with Andy and go from there. Hi, Andy. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Happy Friday.
Hey, happy Friday. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. So share with us what you believe it or not.
So there's an episode of Forensic Files called Low Maintenance, and it's about a apartment in Bryan, Texas, where Blinn College is, which is where a lot of people go to filter into
A&M.
or to funnel to A&M.
Yeah.
So my sister went there, and I remember her calling me when this happened. It was like 15 years ago, probably, and she was a freshman there. She was 18, and she calls me freaking out because she gets out of her shower and she finds the maintenance man standing in her apartment, and she didn't call him. She never asked him to be there. And she just started screaming at it to get the hell out because she's a very aggressive person, my sister. Like, she's been in fights. She's a badass.
Yeah.
Come to find out, that episode is about that maintenance man killing a woman, killing her by waiting for her to get out of the shower. Yeah.
What?
I think I saw this one.
What?
Gosh.
I think I saw this
What?
episode. Yeah.
So wait,
Yeah.
she yells at him to get out,
And he get
then
out.
did he go like to the next apartment, and that's who his victim was?
So apparently the victim that he ended up killing was much more like meager, like not very,
Aggressive.
forward, not aggressive at all. So I think
Gosh.
my sister freaked him out, so he kind of picked a different target. I think he had been in the girl's apartment like a couple times before he killed her. And I know there were multiple complaints of that maintenance man in women's apartments, like while they were in the shower.
Oh my
And
gosh,
the
they
thing
didn't
is-
fire him.
Were you on that
No,
episode?
No,
were,
it was
were you on
his.
that?
They arrested the girl's boyfriend for like multiple months. They didn't even realize it was the longest time.
Your phone's kind of cutting out. It's kind of killing
She's
me.
cutting
But
out.
Oh, they thought the boyfriend
okay,
did
so the
it.
boyfriend was the suspect when really it was the maintenance man who had multiple complaints from the girl residents,
Yes.
and they had not fired
So if it's
him.
called a forensic show, did they find his like DNA or something? How they?
I honestly can't remember how they figured out it was him, but I think they found multiple pieces of evidence in his home, like when they were, because he was a suspect.
Yeah.
He was a suspect, but the boyfriend was ultimately arrested for it in the beginning.
And how long was the boyfriend under, like, in custody until they finally realized, okay, I'm sorry, it's not
Yeah, it
you?
was a couple of months, I thought.
Like several months, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Y'all, if you've never watched the show Forensic Files, I do
Where do you
watch
find
the show,
it?
and it's on IG.
But do you
IG?
watch the show?
Stream it on a couple streaming sites.
I just can't believe we're talking to somebody that was actually on that episode.
Wow, Andy, my God.
Well, thankfully she's not.
Right.
Yeah, the
And
victim.
not a victim.
I don't think she was on it. Her
Yeah.
sister
No, her
was not a
sister
victim.
was.
No.
Sister.
So
And
for
every
those,
time we watched, like, we didn't watch that episode for a while because she was so, like, triggered by it because it was such a scary. And my sister's very, very strong. She's, been arrested before by getting in bar fights because she's such a badass. So, like, the fact that she wouldn't even watch that episode because it scared her, like,
Yeah.
It's because
It's a big
it's
deal.
home.
That could have been me.
the actual victim's name was Jenna Verhallen. This happened in 2008. For those just tuning in, for believe it or not, that's Andy calling in that her sister was going to Blinn College before she went to A&M, and where she lived, she was taking a shower, and the maintenance man was standing in her apartment when she got out. She screamed at him to get out, and that very maintenance man murdered another girl in that complex.
We had some story like that.
and made it on the low maintenance titled episode of Forensic
A
Files.
few years ago, didn't we have something like that? Some lady called in for True Crime Tuesday.
Yes.
Was it about the guy on the railroad in Bel Air?
There's something
The
about
railroad
like a
killer?
shower like this too. I don't know if it was.
I think
could
it
be-
was. I think it was in Blinn.
I don't
Was
know,
it?
a different person? Or I don't think Andy called twice, did she?
No, I would remember
that was-
that.
That was you or it wasn't?
no, that was.
Yeah,
it was
she's
you.
called twice
Okay.
together.
Okay, so I
Oh,
did hear
then
that.
I wasn't
So
here that day.
Maybe I heard that before.
Yeah.
True Crime Tuesday or something.
Wow.
That's what I'm like. Yeah, because that's
Andy.
crazy.
Okay, wow.
That's
thanks
what
for
I
calling
thought
the
I
show.
heard
That's
that before
crazy.
somewhere. It's killing me in my head.
It's season 14, episode 13. For those of you who are going to look it up, I just found it. Season 14. Wow, there's been 14.
How many
plus
parents said,
seasons.
"Oh, you're not. I'm
Episode
not taking you to
13.
that school."
Yeah, but
At
it could
that
have
time.
it could happen anywhere.
I know, but that's how parents are. My
Yeah.
parents wouldn't take me to this area called Starved Rock because there was a killing in the 60s.
Starved
30 years
Rock.
later.
Didn't you say there was like a Netflix thing about Starved Rock?
Yeah, there's a documentary that came out, a two-parter documentary on that whole the killing in Starved Rock, Illinois.
When I was
what
a
was
child.
that on?
I can't remember which one it was. I don't know if it's Netflix or one of the. I can't remember. I just
I watch those crime shows, man.
Well, when I was a child, guys, I always thought that college kids get murdered because the news hit me so hard with the Gainesville, Florida murders. There were like some kids there getting killed.
What was the one that
and-
was like 2 years ago? The guy broke in and killed a lot of kids in
Was it Idaho?
Portland or something, or
Or-
Idaho or somewhere up.
Yeah, I feel like the college kids When I was a kid, I always felt like if you go to college,
Like I
you
got
might
arrested
get
last
killed.
year.
Yeah, and he keeps saying it wasn't him.
But,
man,
but he
that's
was
crazy.
there. Yeah,
That was gross. I was really watching that one. You could see the blood dripping out of the house. It was really
And
Yeah.
what did we learn about why women like to watch crime stories so we know how to defend ourselves?
Yep.
That's proven fact.
Scream if you see a stranger danger.
713-390-KRBE. Courtney is up next. It's unbelievable but true stories. Hi, Courtney. Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Good. What's your story you're going to share?
Okay, I'm going to try and be quick because I'm dropping kids off at school. So back whenever I was in high school, we had the TOS or tax test. I can't remember which one it was.
Yes.
And prior to that, they had always drilled in our minds, like when you're writing your essay, you want to make sure, you pull the heartstrings or, get them to make it very believable. And so the prompt was, tell us a story about a time when you had to make a really hard decision. And so I made up this completely false letter. It was basically a letter writing to CPS, talking about how my dad was abusive, and my big decision was coming out and telling somebody, and I submitted it, and I got a 5 or whatever the highest one was, but I also got a full-on CPS investigation on my entire family.
Oh my God! Because you wrote a fictional piece.
Mad.
You wrote a fictional piece about your dad abusing you, and how mad was your father when CPS came to investigate?
Well, so we laugh about it now, but it was not good. He actually got put on the pedophile list, and they he had to work. They did full on investigations of all of my aunts and uncles that lived around us, my brother. But it took a lot
because
to
this
get
is not a
his
short,
name cleared.
Courtney, this is not like a short investigation. If
what
CPS
a
comes
waste of
in, they
time.
don't just be like, "Oh, okay, that was just a fake story." Great. How long was from the time your fake story got written on your tax test or whatever until the end of this saga? How much time had passed?
I don't really remember because it had to have been a few weeks, if not, a month, if longer. But
why did you
I just
do
remember
this?
them
This is really
telling-
bad.
What made you do that? I don't understand why you would want to.
They wanted her to write an emotional
Because
story.
You didn't have any other emotion, like a real one. You're like Sam. You had no
I guess
emotion.
No emotion.
My normal life was boring.
Yeah, but you
Not
put
now.
your dad at risk
smokes.
and got him on a list.
Pedophile list.
list?
What the?
Whoa.
Yeah, but it was all cleared. They cleared it. They had only talked to me 1 or 2 times maybe, and I told them that it was all untrue and none of it was real.
Yeah, but now you've created that doubt, that seed of doubt in other people's minds.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh,
how
Courtney.
did your parents punish you for this?
And then maybe the
No,
CPS would come back.
absolutely not.
They didn't punish you.
Heck no.
No.
You can't punish them. Then they get mad.
You're under the scrutiny.
But think of the right thing they did, because had Courtney actually expressed this in this test because
That's
it was
true.
really happening to her, they had to investigate it. And even for her to deny it, they'd be like,
Oh, you're
wink one time if you're under duress to deny it.
How old was she?
You were in high school, you said, Courtney, or you were in
Yeah, I was
middle
in,
school?
I was in high school.
Yeah.
No, I was in high school.
Craziness. All right, well, there's a lesson learned, kiddos.
As a teacher, you got
Yeah, you got to
You're
investigate
responsible.
everything.
You've got to report that.
Courtney, thank you so much
You're a good
for
writer,
calling
I
the
guess.
show. Yeah, what do you do now for a living? I'm just curious. You
Politics.
write for I don't know, like press or something. You're a journalist. What's your job, Courtney?
No, I'm a nurse.
You're a
Okay,
nurse. All
good.
right. Well,
Don't
You're helping
make, don't make
people.
any fake stuff on those
yeah.
reports.
All right, I have to fake reports.
like that.
Thanks for calling, Courtney. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You
wow,
too.
Bye.
that's something else. All right, listen,
Man.
coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, guys, O.J. Simpson passed away the day before yesterday, but the news came out yesterday at the end of the show. And my goodness, the stuff that's come out since then. But also more breaking news. Oh, my gosh. The Golden Bachelor's getting divorced. What? They got married on national television in January. It is April, and it is over?
That was nothing.
What do they say happened in these 3
Need more
months to
details.
cause them divorce? The Golden Bachelor. We'll talk about that next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRBE.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you are a Bachelor Nation fan, whoa and whoa, Gary and Teresa have announced that they are going to divorce.
No!
Can you believe that? They fell in love in the first ever Golden Bachelor last fall, tied the knot in a nationally televised live wedding in January, and as of today, It's over.
How do you feel, Sam? Because you, like my wife and her.
I know. Jules and
sister-in-law
my
love that.
best friend, we always watched it.
And everyone loved that one better than the other ones because the
It
women
is,
were.
yeah.
Right.
Do you feel like you were duped?
I mean, I didn't think who he picked was the person that he should have picked. I forget the other chick's name, so maybe he's going to go and, like, be with her.
How long was he with his original wife?
Ooh,
like 40-something
forever.
years.
For a
But she
long, long
passed
time.
away, and that's the reason.
Right, and then there was a girlfriend in between, but Bachelor Nation just glazed over that because it makes for a better story that he's a fresh widower,
Absolutely.
ready to look
that
for
girlfriend
love.
was not okay with
And how are you
that,
supposed
though.
to move?
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Your whole life is in one area.
That's what I'm saying. That's
You gotta
why I
move
think
5
it's
states.
so...
I don't know how far they lived, but I'm sure it was.
Well, Gary and Teresa said
Yeah.
that statement is Teresa and I have had a number of heart-to-heart conversations, and we've looked closely at our situation, our living situation, and we've kind of come to the conclusion mutually that it's probably time for us to dissolve our marriage. We have received so much love and support from everybody who watched The Golden Bachelor. They said that the thing that really seemed to be the problem is where they were going to live. They said we looked at homes in South Carolina. We considered New Jersey. We just looked at homes after homes. We never got to the point where we made the decision to actually buy one and live there because, they've built their entire lives in 2 different places. She said, we went on The Golden Bachelor open to meeting somebody of our dreams, never expected it to happen. And then we went on our first date and it wasn't short of magical. We grew to love each other, but it's just, I guess when reality
love
set
each other
in,
enough
it's
to stay
not,
together.
What they do on like it's in New York or in Houston? And
Well,
all
the
the
show that I like, Love
everybody's
is
from that-
Blind?
Yeah.
Love is Blind is, no, it's not just, well,
Oh,
it
it
is Houston,
changes
but
cities every time.
it's normally not just the city, it's also kind of the state.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's,
just keep them.
you can do the state. You know what I mean? Like, you can make that
exactly.
work.
I don't know. If you're working, look at Texas. It's a big state.
Well,
But, I mean, the
Texas
producers
is
can
rare,
decide.
though. Like, you could do...
Producers could
other
say,
states.
okay, we want to do this.
You should just
That
do
is
like
smaller.
a little area. Like, hey, we're all, it's the Bachelor
It can't
New
be
York
too little
City.
because you don't want them to know each other.
Exactly. That's what happened on the other shows.
Right.
You have 7.5 million people here.
Well, can you remember on Love
Yeah.
is Blind, that girl did...
She knew the other guy.
The
It was
guy,
like-
she had dated him.
Yeah.
As Gary and Teresa announced that they are going to divorce, they were holding hands in the interview, and Gary said, I still love this person. There's no doubt in my mind I am still in love with her. I root for her every day. And she said, yes, I still love him. And then everyone's
But
like...
just not
then,
enough to stay together.
I guess not.
Plus, then it's like you live in each other's houses. Too many memories from the.
Oh, yeah,
they
right.
had-
Exes.
Well,
They
when you
said
get
they
a
have
new
a
place-
prenuptial agreement, which they very much highly recommend to others.
Oh, that's weird that they put that
Plus,
in
you got
there.
the
Well, that was
grandbabies
in
and
the
stuff. They
statement.
want to be near.
I don't know. They said they were separately continuing to look for love, but they love each other.
It's
But they're
weird.
divorcing.
I think they
after
just
3
didn't
months.
work out, and they're just saying
They
that
got
it's the
pressured to
distance.
do that show, the wedding. On
Well,
ATT.
they said when they got engaged,
they
we
got-
don't want to wait around. I mean, we're not like spring chickens over here.
But
We're
is
not going to
he-
wait around.
he's in his
but yeah.
70s,
They probably
right?
each
So
got
is she.
a couple $100,000.
Okay. She's in her
Yeah.
70s?
I thought she was, right?
Yeah.
Same as
I
she
thought-
like
I mean,
69 or 70?
I thought that was like the whole thing of it.
Yeah. There were some bachelorettes that were in their 60s. But most of them were in their late 60s, early 70s, or mid 70s. Anyway, so it's over. And, that reaction got that.
She's
that
70
news-
and he's 72.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that reaction got a bigger what than the O.J. Simpson death yesterday.
OJ never knew that they got divorced. Darn.
No, I didn't
Look,
hear about
that guy got to
but
breathe
You're
life.
such a dork.
O.J.
You're
Simpson,
such a
He got to
dork.
breathe air 30 years more than the people he murdered.
outside of the cell.
I feel bad for, like you say, his kids, just because that's his dad.
They lost their
That's
dad.
it.
Yes, the narrative today of the death of O.J. Simpson, for those that weren't around to know what it was to be in the circus of that court, there's a really interesting article on The Wrap, which is WRAP. It's a trade, not newspaper, because
Like Hollywood.
website.
Entertainment.
And it's a whole article how the O.J. Simpson trial birthed the TV industry's true crime obsession. And it certainly did, because nobody had seen anything like that before. There had never been a live trial for anything that I can remember.
Not like that.
Not like that, where every day there were entire shows built around, well, today when court adjourns and blah, 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 and this and that. And like the judge had become like a celebrity name, and the attorneys, like poor Marcia Clark. She just was a very smart woman who was a very capable attorney who had been reduced to, we don't like her perm. Why is her makeup like that?
Yeah, you should have changed your outfit.
She is a criminal prosecutor, and she was reduced to, I don't like that outfit today that she was wearing. And they're like, can we do this real life job of trying to figure out who's guilty in the murder of two people?
People just want to be entertained. They weren't even thinking about that two people were.
Right.
What was that movie they did where David Schwimmer played Robert
It was
Kardashian?
the FX series that our friend from Glee, Ryan Murphy,
was
did.
good.
That was an amazing series. It was a 10-part series on FX. The O.J. Simpson trial. Robert Kardashian was played by David Schwimmer, and that's when I first ever saw work by Sterling K. Brown. Sterling K. Brown. He was playing Darden, Chris Darden. He was Randall in This Is Us. You know, he's in
okay.
No, Wakanda. What is it? Wakanda.
Black Panther.
Black Panther. Thank you. Gosh. And he's even in Frozen 2, y'all. I love Sterling K. Brown. I think he is a brilliant actor. I think he morphs into whatever he's supposed to morph into. And I truly believed him as a Chris Darden in that.
I remember Jay Leno came to Chicago to do his Tonight Show, and he had the dancing Edos.
Yes, I remember this.
And that's the judge.
The judge.
Edo.
Oh, yeah. They had turned the judge of this criminal attorney into a skit.
Because you were only 2 years old when this came out.
They would bring out 7 of them in like the judge robes, and they would
looked
do like a dance.
they looked like him, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was when I say
the
circus, it was a circus.
Dancers too. It was a whole.
Poor Marsha Clark, though. That perm is what did her in.
Well, losing
I just
the case,
looked at her now,
Well, yeah.
and she looks fantantic. So
Yeah, she's
maybe.
But I mean,
do you know what about the glove?
Oh yeah, I knew about this. Like this is because it was interesting. It was posted on, obviously on social medias, but on Instagram I saw this and I love reading the comments. And someone was like, "Wait, what is going on? I don't understand what this case was about." And because I know this, I was like, "That's silly. How do you not know what this case is about?"
Like
but yeah, well, like all I feel like
you
know about the white Bronco,
the chase,
you know about the chase, you know about the glove, you know about.
We were watching the Rockets.
What's more about the glove? What I mean, what
if it doesn't fit,
you must quit. I know that.
His attorney
I feel like
said.
that's like the biggest highlight. Also, the Bronco.
I feel like the glove is like
the chase.
Is that taught in law school? Like what not to do? Like don't make the person you think is the murderer to try on.
They even did a skit about it on Seinfeld.
Yeah,
where
they did it with the brawl. Sue Ann Mitchke, she caused the car accident because she was walking around just wearing a bra. And, he had a lawyer, Kramer had a lawyer just very much like Chris Darden.
Or Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran, yeah. And he's like, make her put on the bra.
Make her try it on.
Like, don't do it.
Make her try it on.
Don't do it.
No.
And it doesn't fit. Oh, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It couldn't have been me.
Yep.
It doesn't fit. Anyway, the thing about the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman was what's shocking now, Sam, for someone who was too young to remember it, or maybe you're a young person now and you've never even known this. To us now, with all these forensic files shows and everything we know, oh my God, if you have DNA there, you are guilty.
Right.
This is the first time anybody ever heard of DNA. So they were questioning, well, how real is that?
This is a racist cop.
Like, how real is the DNA?
Mark
like,
something. What was his name?
The DNA is the DNA. Now we know what DNA is, right? That is like your fingerprint in life. You can't get out. That's his DNA was everywhere, and he still got acquitted. That's what is so insane about this thing. It's so insane that your ex-wife that you happen to abuse consistently had, in her own words on 911, said, if I'm dead one day, it's because he kills me because of all these things. Your DNA is on the scene of her murder, but
what was some of the cover-up?
I don't know if we trust DNA. What is DNA?
Yeah, remember that? We're all like, because we
DNA?
thought the racist cop planted it.
Oh, Mark Furman.
And
there's a lot of
the gloves. Yeah.
But Eric, you were talking like before when we were teasing it. You heard some stories. There's going to be a lot of things that come out about
a lot of people
these
have NDAs that
non-disclosures.
sign stuff. Now they can talk about it and
non-disclosure
stuff on.
agreements, yeah.
But what's
on
that
Twitter
gonna
yesterday, someone posted an alleged tweet of OJ's before he died that said, "I did that ish."
Oh yeah,
Well, did you see that?
Because he was found not guilty, so he can stand on the steps of the Supreme Court and say, "I killed them," and they can't reconvict him for it because of double jeopardy.
He did lose in the civil trial.
But
he was ordered to pay the victims' families,
if
he never did.
If he has any money left,
that.
can that go to that family, the Goldmans?
It should.
Because he was the civil trial found that he owns the Goldman family and the Brown family's $30 million. He got around paying them a dime all these years,
even though his what do you get when you
the
retire?
NFL would still pay him his pension. They couldn't touch the pension for some reason.
He even wrote a book, If I Did It, where he details how he killed them.
Insane. This whole thing is just crazy. And the only reason we talk about him, of course, is because he passed yesterday at 76 from prostate cancer. And he did go to jail eventually in his life, but not for the murders. He went for stealing his own memorabilia. in Vegas. And it's just such a weird thing because it really did make a mark. I totally agree with this Rap article because the O.J. Simpson trial birthed our true crime obsession of watching stuff like
Court
this.
TV.
It was called the trial of the century. Of the
What was the other one?
And the Kardashians.
The Menendez brothers.
Yeah, that was a big
That's
one.
another big one.
90s had some bigs.
Yeah.
Crazy
Dahmer.
murders.
Man, we had
There's a
crazy stuff in the
lot of
90s.
Crazy violence.
I didn't watch the Menendez thing. Did y'all watch the Menendez thing?
I did, yes.
On
Not too
FX?
much.
Yeah, I did watch
Oh, that one I didn't watch that one on
I
that.
don't think I watched that.
Yeah, I don't know why I
It
couldn't.
was pretty bad.
lock
They were
in on
pretty
that one
evil.
as
They
much.
killed their parents.
I remember I dated a girl that she was like friends with one of those guys.
Pen pal?
What?
I was like,
Not a pen pal.
Where were they
Friend.
from?
She was a friend?
No,
You
like,
just said pen pal, but he's not my friend.
No, but she was. She would write to him and they
Okay.
became
She
friends
was a
because he was
pen
in
pal.
jail.
Okay.
She was friends with him
How'd you know it
after.
was a pen pal?
Because they've been in jail for a long time. They've been in
Yeah.
jail for like 30
Yeah, but I thought
years.
maybe
The
he
way
knew
that
them
he said
before.
it, that was funny.
It's true though. I'm like,
That was impressive, Ryan.
what, you want to be friends with a killer? Yeah.
Well, there
A
are
lot of
people that
people
are
do.
weird. Murderbilia is a word. Because
Ew.
people want things of murderers. They buy things of murderers. That's why the guy in the Dahmer series, they made a point to show that guy who said, I'm going to buy everything Jeffrey Dahmer owns so I can destroy it. So nobody can make money
That
off
was
of
good.
these victims.
That's good.
It's pretty amazing.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
All right, come out tomorrow, please. The Fort Bend Hike for Hope is happening in Sugar Land. It's at Brazos River Park. This benefits the AFSP, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Registration's at 8 a.m. I'll be your MC from 9 a.m. to 11. I'll do the walk as well. I did it last year, and it's just a great event of hope and love, and I hope to see you there. You can learn more at afsp.org. That's afsp.org. And then don't forget, tomorrow afternoon, the 37th annual Art Car Parade is going to be at 2 p.m. It's
But
going to
there's
feature...
a lot of festivities before that, too. So you can show
Yeah.
So
But the
much.
parade
Weather's gonna be
kicks off
awesome.
at 2. It's going to be a
that'd be so
beautiful day.
nice.
Over 250 crazy works of art on wheels. The parade starts on the inbound lanes of Allen Parkway, Dallas. It'll head east onto Bagby, north onto Smith, west onto Walker. It continues on. There's going to be food trucks and drinks and restrooms along the route. They say chairs are welcome, but you'll need to get there early to scope out a spot. And you can actually buy reserve seats there for $40 if you'd like. But the Art Car Parade, that's always a lot of fun. That's what's going down in H-Town.
I'm going to give you a real quick word of advice, Ryan, about the run you're going to do. I hosted one 5K one time, and I was the host, but I also wanted to walk it. Have you walked that before?
Yeah, I did it last year.
But do you have to MC after the race is done?
Yeah. I did
Okay,
both.
well, then you have to be the winner because you have to be there
Yeah,
when the first person
that's-
comes across.
That's why everybody couldn't understand.
You can't actually walk the run you're emceeing because you're not going to be there to be the winner unless you're the winner.
I did them both.
Yeah, you
I-
can't stop and talk to people.
Because you kick it off, so the first person runs. You also want to run.
I was
but you have to
moving
be
at
there
a-
when the first person comes back, so
Yeah.
you have to beat them.
Yes.
I was
Same
moving,
way.
I was moving at a pretty fast pace.
on my electric bike. You can
No,
Yeah,
I don't want
scooter.
your electric
Have a
bike.
golf cart come get you.
Mile 1, you can just hide it under
And
a
zoom
bush.
over.
And then just,
No,
Yeah.
I think it breaks down. It's about 3 miles long.
Well, right, but you still have to be there when the first person
Yeah.
crosses.
No, I did it.
So you're going to win it tomorrow.
I did
Ryan is
last
the winner.
time.
You see how fast everybody?
It's not a race. It's a walk.
I know, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, that's the
Yeah, you gotta
thing
get-
you don't realize. I was like, oh my God, I have to run. I have to go faster
You know.
because I have to be on the mic when they get there, and I'm in this.
What's amazing is all the kids that are there and holding up pictures and posters of the people they're representing. It's just like I was crying, but I was also smiling. It's just a great event.
It's going to be a great weather day for anything outside. Okay, coming up next, group therapy. People call our listener line for many different reasons. Sometimes they call for advice. So we call it group therapy because we are a group. And we're going to give this person some therapy on moving from the friend zone to the boyfriend zone.
Or maybe
Can it
not.
be done? Should it be done? We'll hear the call and get some advice next on the Roula and Ryan Show.